next, JV mat number 3, match number 9, weight class 175. From Centennial, Alex Hurd, and from Valley, Murdijan Malopiki. On mat 3, weight class 175, match 9, Alex Hurd from Centennial, and from Valley, Murdijan Malopiki. Terribly sorry for saying that. That means on deck is match number 10, weight class 215, Deacon Pierce from Centennial versus Josiah Valley from Valley. And in the hole, Dirk Winkler from Centennial versus Albrecht Blue-de-Blonde from Valley. And up next on mat 1, JV mat 1, match number 10, weight class 215. Deacon Pierce from Centennial versus Josiah Valley from Valley. On mat 1, match number 10, weight class 215. Deacon Pierce from Centennial versus Josiah Valley from Valley. On deck is match number 11, Dirk Winkle versus Albert Blue-de-Blonde. And in the hole, match number 12, Abbas Gulam from Valley versus Garrett Goldsberry from Lewis Central.
Where's your heart? Shake the table. Thank you. Where's your heart?
Wrestling now on our center mat, weight class 113 for Lewis Central, Owen Duffin, and for Valley, Jonathan Alberico. And picking up the win, weight class 113. 13 on our center back for Lewis Central, Owen. Up next on our JV mat number 1, match number 11, weight class heavyweight, for Centennial, Dirk Winkle, and for Valley, Albert Blue de Blondes. One more time on mat 1, match number 11, weight class 285, from Centennial, Dirk Winkle, and from Valley, Albert Blue de Blondes. That means on deck, we have match number 12, weight class 120, Abbas Bua from Valley versus Garrett Goldsberry from Lewis Central. In the hole, match number 13, Hunter Bishop from Centennial and David Damas Felix from Valley. And wrestling next on mat 3, bout number 12 for our JV weight class 120 from Valley, Abbas Bua, and from Lewis Central, Garrett Goldsberry. One more time on mat 3, weight class 120, match number 12, Abbas Bua from Valley versus Garrett Goldsberry from Lewis Central. On deck, match number 13. You need to be at mat number 3. Abbas Bua, you are needed on mat number 3. On deck is match number 13 between Hunter Bishop from Centennial and David Damas Felix from Valley. In the hole, match number 14, Holt Himsland versus Mohammed Hota. Picking up the win, center back, weight class 120 for Lewis Central, Drew Anderson. Up next on mat 3 for our JV, match number 13, weight class 120. Hunter Bishop from Centennial versus David Damas Felix from Valley. One more time, wrestling on mat 3, bout number 13, weight class 120. Hunter Bishop from Centennial versus David Thomas Felix from Valley. That means on deck is match number 14 between Golden Imsland and Mohammed Hotep. And in the hole, match number 15 between Blaze O'Connor from Valley and Lane Sitters from Louis Central. And with the win, weight class 126 on our center mat from Louis Central, Derek Gregory. Wrestling now, weight class 138 on our center mat from Louis Central, Jackson Brewer, and from Valley, Brady Potter. All right, next up on mat 3, match number 15, weight class 126. Blaze O'Connor from Valley versus Lane Sitters from Louis Central. On mat 3, weight class 126. Blaze O'Connor from Valley versus Lane Sitters from Louis Central. That means on deck is match number 16. Alex Cabrera from Louis Central. One more time, on deck, Caleb Waller from Centennial versus Aaron Whitting from Valley. In the hole, Cooper Adair from Valley versus Alex Cabrera from Louis Central. Picking up wins so far this evening in our JV matches. Alex Shibley from Valley, Jack Cornelison from Louis Central, Daniel McNabb from Valley, Jackson Gandolfo from Centennial, Mustafa Farah from Valley, Cameron Enos from Centennial, Henry Lee from Centennial, and Garrett Goldsberry from Louis Central.
Run! Stay up!
Wrestling next on mat 3, JV bout number 16, weight class 132. Caleb Waller from Centennial versus Aaron Whitting from Valley. On mat 3, match number 16, weight class 132. Caleb Waller from Centennial versus Aaron Whitting from Valley. On deck for JV, match number 17, Cooper Adair from Valley versus Alex Cabrera from Louis Central. In the hole, Calvin Haig from Centennial versus AJ McKenzie from Valley. And picking up a win in weight class 10, for Centennial's Deacon Pierce.
Step over! Step over! Step over!
Whiting from Valley, you are needed on mat 3. Aaron Whiting from Valley, you are needed on mat 3 immediately. Class 285 coming in the win is Dirk Winkle from Centennial. weight class 138. From Valley, Cooper Adair, and from North Central, Alex Cabrera. On mat 1, bout 17, weight class 138. From Valley, Cooper Adair, and from North Central, Alex Cabrera. On deck, match number 18, Calvin Hayden from Centennial versus AJ McKenzie from Valley. In the hole, match number 19, Jeremiah Tamayo Lopez from Centennial versus Dimas Hagdu from Valley. Weight class 113, picking up the win by fall for Lewis Central was Owen Duffin. And in weight class 120, picking up the win by fall for Lewis Central was Drew Anderson. Weight class 126, picking up the win by fall for Lewis Central was Derek Gregory. And picking up the win in weight class 132 by forfeit for Valley was Cash Kiner. In weight class 138, picking up the win for Valley by fall was Brady Cochran. Weight class 144, picking up the win for Valley by forfeit was Jakari Clark. In weight class 150, also by forfeit, picking up the win for Valley was Asher Price. In weight class 157, picking up the win by fall for Valley was Owen Walker. Wrestling now on mat 3, match number 18 for our JV, weight class 138. For Centennial, Calvin Haig, and for Valley, AJ McKenzie. On mat 3, bout 18, weight class 138. Calvin Haig for Valley, for Centennial versus AJ McKenzie for Valley. That makes on deck is match number 19. Jeremiah Tamaya Lopez from Centennial versus Devis Pekdu. In the hole, Devin Boyle from Centennial versus Levi for Valley.
Good evening and Merry Christmas, everybody, from Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. Tonight we've got wrestling. Ankeny Centennial, Council Bluffs, Lewis Central, as they get set to go in the senior night here on the north side of Ankeny Centennial. Looks like we're going to start at weight 215. We want to be sure to thank Joe Bennett Homes for being our presenting sponsor here tonight on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. We'll be starting at 215. This will be the first bout we have tonight. Centennial will take on Valley. After this, Valley was big winners over Lewis Central in the first bout of the evening. So we got Mitchell Grider for Centennial. He's in the black singlet. He'll be taking on Joe Mungie from Lewis Central. Lewis Central does not have anybody listed at heavyweight. Looking at the amount of open weights, it appears the final score of this duel will not be close, but there should be some good matches involved in here. As you see, Grider against Mungie as they go off the mat. Not quite off the mat, excuse me. Grider working that front headlock, goes underneath. Mungie keeps fighting him off. Couple good-looking built wrestlers here at 215. Mitch Grider from Centennial, the junior, against Joe Mungie from Lewis Central. We went cruising right into this duel here tonight. Not much break time in between. Went straight from the Valley duel into the Lewis Central duel. Grider has an ankle pick there for a second, not able to get it. Now he's in from behind and gets the two. Early takedown here with 57 seconds to go in the first period for Mitch Grider. Grider continue to work from the up position now as he works underneath. Comes around with a reverse headlock and they're off the mat. Back to the middle they go. Grider will be on top. Mungie down below. Again, Grider from the back. Grider's got that gray. Lewis Central's got gray. They can be kind of confusing. They both look a lot alike. Grider working back in as Mungie nearly escapes. Now they're back up. Grider working that leg. No points there. Grider already in the top position with 23 seconds to go here in the first period. Grider going to try to ride him out. No riding time awarded in high school wrestling like there is in the college game, as Mungie gets the escape to make it 2-1 with 10 seconds to go in the first. And Mungie shoots in there quickly at the end of the period, but no score. And we will head to the second period with Grider, leading Joe Mungie from Lewis Central 2-1 here at 215 pounds, our first weight of the evening. Looks like Mungie will start on top, Grider on the bottom in period number 2. Grider tries to get out of it. He does, gets that point, makes it 3-1. Both wrestlers have spent a lot of time on their feet so far. Grider back in the lineup after missing a little bit of the early part of the year. Good to see him back. Good defensive lineman for the Jaguar football team that were state semifinalists this year. As they circle a little bit more, again, Grider in the black, Mungie in the gray. We do not have a bout listed at 285. Next, as Mungie shoots in, Grider counters. As we approach the 1 minute mark of the second period. Grider steps in off the mat. They go as he's tossed into the cheerleaders, Grider is. And we head back to the center of the mat. Grider for Centennial as Mungie shoots in. Nothing on the single. They work their way back up to neutral. Ooh, might have been an opportunity there for Mungie to shoot. 45 seconds here in the period. Grider working his way around, nearly had an opportunity on the single from behind. Now Mungy's got control of him. And Grider gets that head out of there, so no advantage for either wrestler. So they work off that far edge of the mat. Still on. Grider shoots in again. Boy, these are some guys with some upper body strength right now. With 15 seconds left, Grider checks the clock. Now Mungy shoots in. Grider backs up once again, avoids the double. 3 seconds left in the period. And we head to the third. Mitch Grider. Those guys confused all the time. Mitch Grider leading right now 3-1. And he will start on top as we start the third period. Grider's been good on top this year. Keys not get reversed right now as Mungy works his way up to that tripod. Grider gets him back down to the mat. Grider still with control of that leg. Mungy hasn't got out yet. Trying to get that foot down. Grider's controlled the bulk of this match on the mat, maybe not as much on the scoreboard, as now he's got to be careful because Mungy looking to reverse him. And they're off the mat with a stalemate. We head back to the middle. Got 2 other mats right now with JV wrestling going on, so if you hear whistles and cheering, good chance it's coming from there. Grider back on top of Mungy. Minute 20 to go, first period. Grider trying to control his way on the top through the rest of this match as he comes underneath for a headlock. Drives that elbow in, can't get anything from it. Mungy back up to his feet. Grider trying to get him back down, and Mungy gets out and gets the escape for a point. Under a minute to go. Takedown will win it for either wrestler. Reversal now out of play. Mungy definitely has been the aggressor as the second period's gone on. He shoots in on single. Grider sprawls. Gonna try to get him turned over or throw him. Not quite in deep enough. As now Mungy tries to lift up Grider. Back onto the mat, and Mungy spins himself into the mat. Grider was too far away to take advantage of it. They're off the mat. We go back to the middle. 19.6 seconds to go in the third period and the match. Mitch Grider leads by 1 over Joe Mungy from Lewis Central. Mungy shoots in again. Grider counters. Grider's got to be careful here. Now he's got him in the headlock. He's got to be careful as they go off the edge and out of bounds with 4.6 seconds to go. Mungy continues to be the aggressor, but Grider's had a counter for him every single time. They try to start this off with a decision for Centennial, and on the sprawl, he holds him out, and he does. So, Mitch Grider did it again. Mitch Grider wins at 2:15, 3-2. Gives Centennial a 3-0 lead in the duel. As we head to 285. Will Adams coming out for Centennial. He will not have a match. 4th different heavyweight we've seen for Centennial this year. As Adams, senior, plays football, cross-country, track, lacrosse, and rugby. His most memorable moment was stopping at the Spam Museum on the way to the Clash Tournament in Wisconsin. He plans to go to Iowa State or Iowa next year to major in business. So that gives the Jags a 9-0 lead. And we head to 106 where Jamison Larson, another senior for Centennial, son of Tim and Justine Larson, as he will wrestle Weston Porter of Lewis Central. Jamison has been wrestling for 5 years. He also participates in football, wrestling, obviously track and soccer. Most memorable moment was his first varsity match at Centennial to qualify for the state duels, and Jamison will go to DMAC to further his education. Best of luck there. Senior Jamison Larson here at 106. Weston Porter's a good one, though, for Lewis Central. And he's in right now on that back single as Larson tries to push his face away, but Porter takes him down to the mat and gets 2 early on, 30 seconds into this one. Now Porter trying to get his hips in, locked in on him and get Larson turned. Nothing there initially. Now Larson maybe trying to counter a little bit here, but boy, Porter's got that leg all the way through and has those hips locked up. Not much Jamison can do right now for Centennial. Trying to get out of there, get turned around. Now Porter trying to get Larson turned. Down here on the edge of the mat, closest to us. Has him tilted now, getting counted down. 2 count there. That'll be worth 2 points. And Porter has taken a 2-0 lead. Porter continues to try to drive over. Now he's got Jamison on his back, and there's a pin for Weston Porter for Lewis Central. Move to 113. Kale Vandermark for Centennial will wrestle Owen Duffick. Vandermark, the younger of the 2 Vandermark brothers. We'll see his brother Cody coming up next. So, Kale Vandermark steps out. 113, Kale Vandermark Centennial in the dark singlet. Owen Duffick from Lewis Central in the dark gray singlet. Immediately lock horns. First of 2 duels we will have tonight on Centennial Digital as Vandermark gets the 2 down here on the front edge of the mat. He's going to cut Duffick loose. Wrestlers back to neutral. It's 2-1. Vandermark tries to shoot in again. He's got the leg. Trying again, and no points awarded yet. Now he's got 2. Now Vandermark going to try to work in across. Trying to get that hip turned over, get those shoulders turned. Getting counted right now as he's got Duffick. Pass perpendicular. Got the 2 count. Now he's getting counted again. Trying to shove that shoulder down on the mat, and he does. A pin for Cody Vandermark, Kale Vandermark at 113.
And picking up the win by pin, weight class 113 for Centennial, Kale Vandermark.
Good start here for the Jaguars. We move up now to 120. Cody Vandermark, the older of the Vandermark boys, taking on Drew Anderson of Lewis Central. Cody's had an outstanding start to this year, the senior. Cody, the son of Ryan and Amber Vandermark's been wrestling pretty much his whole life. His most memorable moment was attending the Make Cert Wrestling Camp. Cody plans to attend college and wants to continue wrestling.
Now wrestling on center mat for Lewis Central, Drew Anderson, and for Centennial, Cody Vandermark.
Vandermark for Centennial, taking on Drew Anderson of Lewis Central. Vandermark, the dark bottoms. Anderson, all gray. Anderson shoots first. Vandermark rolls through, and there's a Takedown, yes, awarded. So go off to the edge of the mat. And 1 point awarded to Vandermark for the escape. Couple really good wrestlers going at it right now. Now Vandermark. No points awarded yet. Still no points. Vandermark should have 2. There it is.
Wrestling next on mat 3, bout number 31, weight class 190. Brandon Boxett from Centennial versus Alex Shipley.
Now Vandermark on top. He's got him turned. This is a top 10 matchup right now. Vandermark on top of Drew Anderson. This would be a huge pin if Vandermark can finish this off. Now Anderson trying to spin his way out. He's got him though. He can finish him out here. 20 seconds to go. Anderson screen. Now Anderson looks to reverse, and he does. Excuse me, he escapes for 1, but 3 points awarded to Vandermark. He leads 6-1. Six to 3. Cody Vandermark leading after the first period. Again, we want to thank Joe Bennett Homes for being our presenting sponsor of wrestling. Since the moment we went on the air here on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire, Joe's been a huge supporter of us. And, of course, all the youth here at Ankeny Centennial. Really nice crowd on hand here tonight for senior night. Try to send these guys off in style. Ankeny Centennial 10-0 in dual meets this year. We've got a top 10 matchup going on right now at 120. Cody Vandermark leading 7-3 over Drew Anderson for Lewis Central. The final score of the duel really will not likely be very close, but Vandermark trying to work in again to work around behind. No points awarded yet. Working a reverse Nelson. Comes around and 2 points awarded once again for Vandermark. He leads 9-3. Minute 15 to go in the second period. Vandermark again tried to roll Anderson through, but Anderson was able to shift his weight right away and counter. As they're on that far side of the mat away from us, Vandermark tries to get him tilted. Gets his face rolled on as they finish up there on the edge with 55.6 seconds to go in period number 2. Vandermark will start on top. Vandermark going to try to stay on top right now as he throws Anderson down to the mat once more. Vandermark's been the aggressor this match. He's looked really good on the top. Now he's trying to work through that cradle, the reverse cradle. If he can lock it up right now, he'll get Anderson tilted. He looks like he's trying to get those hands together, can't quite do it. So he goes back to work from the outside. Now Anderson trying to work his way over. Vandermark continues to try to break down Anderson, now has him to his back. Once again, Anderson rolls through this time. 10 seconds to go. As still trying to work him to his back. 2 seconds. Cody Vandermark going to take a 9-3 lead into the third period. Wrestlers start on their feet in period number 3. As Vandermark chooses neutral. Like the way Cody's wrestled in this match tonight against a very good wrestler in Drew Anderson of Lewis Central. Shoots in again, looks like he's got that left leg. Anderson tries to work his way around. Now he's got to be careful. Anderson's worked in. He's trying to get Vandermark turned. Now Vandermark gets that head out. Works in on him again. No points awarded yet. Vandermark still got control of the leg. And now Vandermark flips it into a takedown. Great job by Cody Vandermark tonight, wrestling on his feet. Anderson trying to work his way out. He's trying to get to that leg of Vandermark, but Vandermark keeping his hips back nicely. Works his way around once again. Vandermark in control right now. 11-3 with 35 seconds to go in this match at 120. We started tonight at 2:15 where Mitch Greider got a decision over Joe Mungie. And now Vandermark trying to work over and trying to get him tilted a little bit. He's got to be careful. Anderson looks to have a reversal. Nothing awarded yet. And there it is, reversal there for Drew Anderson. Now Anderson trying to work the cradle. He will not be able to work it in. And Cody Vandermark going to come away with a decision. 11-5 at 120. We move on to 126. Ethan Sodergren for Centennial. Freshman. Nice win there. That's a really nice win for Cody Vandermark. Now we head out at 126. Ethan Sodergren for Centennial. Derek Gregory for Lewis Central. Sodergren shoots in right away. If he can get his head out, he'll get the takedown, and he does right away. Nice takedown, quick start for Sodergren. Sodergren's been a fun freshman to watch here at 126 this season for the Jaguars. 10-0 in dual meets on this young season. Ranked 6th in the state. Sodergren throws Gregory down to the mat once again. That was a quick takedown. See, it appears he's going to try to work him to his back. Sodergren very active up there. Starting to get a little high on Gregory. Gregory, if he can get his feet underneath him, will get himself into pretty good shape here. Sodergren working back down towards the hips. Now getting a little high once again is Gregory trying to get out and get that escape. He does actually, he's given the escape. And then tries to work down for the takedown, not able to get it. So 2-1, Ethan Sodergren in the lead over Derek Gregory. Immediately, Gregory counters on the Sodergren single. They're all knotted up. Now Sodergren, if he can get his head out, he'll have the takedown. He does. Another takedown for Sodergren. Now working to get Gregory turned, but Gregory doing a good job of staying on his belly. 4-1 here at the end of the first period. Freshman Ethan Sodergren leading Derek Gregory for Lewis Central. You see the dual score listed up there, 18-6, Jags on top. We've wrestled 5 of our 14 matches so far.
Aaron Whitting from Valley, you are needed on mat number 1. Aaron Whitting from Valley, you are needed on mat number 1.
Sodergren starts on top in the second. Gregory's around his waist. Gregory quickly gets the reversal. And he's on top of Sodergren. Again, no riding time here in high school wrestling, not like the college game. Gregory showing what he can do on top.
Now wrestling on our center mat, weight class 126 for Lewis Central, Derek Gregory.
Referee wants some action down low. Gregory really wrenching on Sodergren's right shoulder. Sodergren up to his feet momentarily. He's back down, then gets the reversal. 2 more for Sodergren. He leads 6-3. Minute to go in the second period, and we have got a potentially dangerous situation. Actually, no, he had him in an illegal hold. Had him in a full Nelson.
Aaron Whitting from Valley, you are needed on mat 1.
So now it's 6-4. That could be a big point. Sodergren still back in on the half now. 45 seconds to go. He's not going to want to get reversed here as he leads by 4. Excuse me, not by 2. I looked at the scoreboard wrong. 8-4. Sodergren in the lead. He's been a fun freshman to watch develop this year for Coach Jay Gross' squad. Anderson. Gregory gets out of that. No reversal yet as Sodergren has really stayed on top. No points awarded. Sodergren's done an outstanding job controlling the bulk of this match. Now he's trying to get Gregory turned here towards the end with 5 seconds to go. Very close, but nothing's going to get counted down. Nice win, though, there for Ethan Sodergren for Centennial.
On deck is match number 37.
Oh, excuse me, that was just the second period. Wow, I'm way off right now. A lot of wrestling going on tonight.
In the hole, match number 38.
Sodergren
From Centennial versus Dylan Rodriguez.
underneath right now. My apologies. Already watched a full duel and still have another one to go after this. Keep everybody locked in. It's break coming up soon. Sodergren trying to get out of this one. And Gregory's got his leg pulled in underneath. No points awarded here as Gregory started in on top. Now Sodergren trying to get him reversed. Trying to get those hips flipped. Gregory continues to drive, but he's going to have to get some action here. Now Sodergren does get him reversed. There's 2 more for the young freshman. Sodergren going to try to get that upper half turned over. .35 seconds, 35 seconds to go. 2 different clocks going tonight. As now Gregory gets the escape. Sodergren, though, right back in on the right leg. And another takedown for Sodergren. 5 seconds to go. And there it is. Big win. Freshman Ethan Sodergren for Centennial. on to 132. Does not appear that Andrew Rowland will have anybody to wrestle.
Up next on mat 3, bout number 38, weight class 165. Kane Bland for Centennial versus Dylan Rodriguez for Valley. On mat 3, weight class 165.
So Rowland gets the
Kane Bland from Centennial versus Dylan Rodriguez for Valley.
forfeit there.
Match number 39, Christian Lookout from Centennial versus Sammy Robich.
Now we got to see if Lewis Central has moved some people around, because we're going to move up to 138. It's listed as Tyler Brennan for Centennial Senior against Jackson Brewer for Lewis Central.
In action on our center mat, weight class 132, picking up the win for Centennial by forfeit, Andrew Rowland.
A lot of talking at the scorer's table before we head out and get some wrestling done. It's like Tyler Brennan for Centennial and Jackson Brewer for Lewis Central. Brennan in the dark bottoms. Brewer in the all gray, little blue trim.
Wrestling on center mat, weight class 138, for Lewis Central, Jackson Brewer. And for Centennial, Tyler Brennan. Up next on
Brennan
JV
gets out of that one as
weight class 175, from Centennial,
Brewer nearly had control of his foot.
Valley, Sammy Robich. On mat 1, weight class 175, bout number 39, Christian Lookout from Centennial versus Sammy Robich from Valley.
No score yet. Minute into this first period at 138 pounds. Brennan shoots in again.
In the hole, match number 41, Deacon Pierce from Centennial.
Has control of the head. Now working around is Brewer, and they're off the mat. No points awarded. They're back to neutral. Centennial in the duel leads 27-6. Nine weights left to go here in this one. No score yet. At a 138, Tyler Brennan for Centennial, Jackson Brewer. As Brennan shoots in, he's tried to pull that leg in. He's got it in now if he can get up on his feet. He's got 3 seconds to get it done, and he does get two right at the end of the period. 2-point takedown for Tyler Brennan. So Brennan will start off on top. Throws Brewer quickly down to the ground. Wrestlers working their way towards the Centennial bench. No points awarded. Brennan stays on top. Minute 43 to go, period number 2. Again, if you hear a lot of other whistles going, we've got JV mats going on either side of us right now, both to the north and the south, left and the right, depending on how you look at things. Brennan still working on the top right now. Brewer, after that takedown, and then starting on top in the second period, he's still in control. See if you can ride him out or score some back points at some point in this period. works over there again. Over on the right side, now Brewer trying to get his way out of there. And they are off the mat. Back to the middle we go. Brennan will start on top with 1:03 to go in this second period. There's going to be 3 weights that are empty for Lewis Central as we work our way through the rest of this match, so the dual score is going to get a little inflated. Brennan shoots in once again. Has the leg, no points to get awarded here as Brennan was already on top. And he kicks out and Brennan ends up on top once again. A nice move. All it does is keep him in control. Really nice crowd on hand for senior night on the north side of Ankeny. 30 seconds to go in the second period. Tyler Brennan for Centennial leads Jackson Brewer of Lewis Central 2-0 and has ridden him out this entire second period. He's going to continue to try to ride him out. He gets some words of encouragement from Coach Jay Groth, who's decked out in his Jaguar blazer tonight for senior night. Tradition that, to my understanding, has gone on as long as he's been coaching here. Quickly, Brennan back in control of that leg. He's going to try to ride out Brewer for 15 seconds. Gets him back to the mat. He's done a great job so far of this in the second period. 5 seconds to go. Brewer's up to his feet. Going to get one more chance to throw. One more time, and they're down on the mat, and an illegal hold. That'll be technical violation, and the point ends up right at the very end to get awarded to Jackson Brewer. So even though Brennan stayed in control, Brewer did get the point at the end for an illegal hold. Locked up his hands. Now Brennan will start on the ground. Caution issued to Brewer. Moved a little early. Brewer's going to have to go to work. He might even think about cutting him loose to try to score a takedown, because even if he rides out Brennan, Brennan will still win 2-1. And there it is, Brennan's out. He leads 3-1, the senior. Tyler Brennan has been wrestling pretty much since he could walk, also does cross country and track. Like so many of these seniors and the cheerleaders, their most memorable moment was the duel against Carlisle last year, which went to the 9th criteria. Tyler wants to major in engineering at Iowa State, and there's a takedown for Brennan. He leads 5-1. Brennan was able to ride out Brewer that entire second period. He's going to try to do it again here. And they're off the mat. Brennan comes back in on Brewer from Lewis Central. Gets underneath and gets him into the cradle from the top. Now he's going to try to tilt him. He does. Nice move by Brennan, trying to finish out Brewer. Now Brewer nearly had him tilted. Brennan getting the back points. He's got 3 right now on the near fall. He's going to try to finish this with a pin and end his senior night in style. And Brewer rolls out, but 3 points awarded to Brennan. And he stays on top. Man, he has been good in that top position tonight. As Brewer gets out, Brennan kind of cuts him loose, doesn't want to risk getting turned at the end of the period with a big lead. It's 8-2, and Tyler Brennan on senior night. Nice win for that young man at 138.
And we have the win in the big class of 138 by decision for Centennial.
Centennial ups their dual score, 30-6. And it looks like 144. Lucas Brule. No, that's not Lucas. That's Max Stable. He is going to get the forfeit. No one there. Does not appear there's anybody at 150 either for Lewis Central. As Dable heads out to get his arm raised.
Now wrestling on mat 1, bout number 42. Dirk Winkle from Centennial versus Mason Carl from
And I'm not sure who's out there to wrestle right now at 150 for Centennial. I believe that's Jackson Anderson. Did not get a good look at him, but he got the forfeit either way. 42-6 Centennial. Now we get some action at 157. So we've got wrestlers at 3 of the last 4 weights. Charlie Sloan for Centennial.
Wrestling now on mat 2, weight class 157 for Lewis Central, David and Trotter. For Centennial, Charlie Sloan.
Confirm that is Sloan out there wrestling for Centennial. He's going up against Hayden Trotter for Lewis Central. Stick around, our next duel should be a real good one. A couple top programs in the state with Centennial and West Des Moines Valley as Trotter shoots in on Sloan. Sloan trying to counter, goes back around the neck, trying to kick his leg out, and he does, and a 2-point takedown for Charlie Sloan, the junior. Sloan going to try to work Trotter to his back here at 157. Controlling the head. Now trying to work in on a little bit of a cradle. Trotter back up to his feet. Now Sloan's got to be careful. He gets him back down. Trotter reach back for that head, and you can see him start to work his hips into Sloan, but Sloan quickly countered and stays on top, and it's 2-0. Goes crossface. Now I'm going to try to work back into that cradle. If he can get that head down to that knee and get him tilted. Here it goes. He's got him in the cradle. Getting counted down. Charlie Sloan as Trotter continues to try to kick out. Sloan hanging on. Gets those shoulders down closer to the mat. Can't quite get the left one down to the mat. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, and right there with a second to go in the first period. Charlie Sloan with a fall. He got Hayden Trotter into the cradle, and Trotter, despite his best efforts, could not kick out. And Ari Eltz comes up to wrestle at 165. It does not appear Lewis Central will have anybody here at that weight either. Ari Eltz, one of our seniors as well. He's only been wrestling for 5 years, good rugby player. Most memorable moment was tongue-in-cheek, being 6 pounds over before the clash and then being able to make weight. Ari wants to go to Upper Iowa. He's going to wrestle Division II up there and major in criminal justice. A fan favorite here for the Centennial student section, Ari Eltz, as he gets a round of applause even after the forfeit. We move to 175. Danny Dable as Centennial This duel is basically over as far as a team score, but Daybolt and Jack Cahill both going to try to finish in style for the Jaguars. Danny against Jace Moore from Lewis Central at 175. Moore tries to shoot in initially. Daybolt quickly counters. Works through on the top to try to get to that leg. Throws him down.
And now wrestling, weight class 175 on center mat for Lewis Central, Braden Pace.
Daybolt continues to try to go for that leg. Now he's got him in that cradle, and now Daybolt going to try to get him tilted. Nice takedown there for Danny Daybolt. Now continuing to try to get Jace Moore tilted. There it is. No points yet. Moore's done a good job of getting his hips under him. And Moore almost gets out. Daybolt back on top. 2-0. Danny Daybolt leading Jace Moore as Daybolt throws him down to the mat once more. Don't forget, tomorrow night we'll have girls basketball action here on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. North Polk makes a short trip down from Polk City. Alleman, Elkhart, that exit's open now. As Daybolt trying to get that head under, going to try to get the pin. Yet in the first period, he's not going to get him tilted. Tomorrow night, 6:15, girls action. Centennial coming off a big win over in-town rival Ankeny on Tuesday night. Going to try to continue their winning ways. 10 seconds left in the first period. Danny Daybolt leading Jace Moore of Lewis Central. And he's not going to get him turned as we head to the second. Daybolt on top, 2-0. This is our first duel of the night. We've got another one coming your way after a short break. Valley is also here. They were able to beat Lewis Central to start the night, but we will move towards Centennial wrestling them in what should be a pretty entertaining matchup. Daybolt working in again. He likes to come from the top, and nice move. Trying to get out of it was Moore, but Daybolt right back in the same position. He's got the front headlock. Man, Daybolt just explodes off those legs. He's got Moore in a tough position. 2 more points for Daybolt. Daybolt continuing to try to work Moore. Trying to get those hips turned over. There he does. Moore gets his hips the other way, but Daybolt's got all his weight on those shoulders. Gonna try to finish him off, and he does. A pin for Danny Daybolt. Move to our final match of this duel. Jack Cahill, another senior for the Jaguars. He will wrestle Cameron Moore at 190. Jack's been wrestling for 5 years, also plays football, rugby, track, and baseball. His most memorable moment was qualifying for state last year. Jack plans to go to Iowa State, play some rugby, and major in engineering. A lot of smart guys on this wrestling team. Seen several future engineering majors. That's where my dad jokes usually kick in, and I talk about driving a train. But I always like to see the look on a kid's face when I play dumb and say that. So Cahill steps out at 190. He will wrestle Cameron Moore. Jags leading 60-6. As Cameron Moore shoots in, Cahill gets right out of it. Again, there'll be a short break as Valley comes in, and they'll get started with the next duel. We want to be sure and thank Joe Bennett Homes, our presenting sponsor of wrestling, not only tonight, but from the moment we started wrestling coverage here on Centennial Digital. Cahill dips through, nothing there. One minute into this one at 190. Means we will start heavyweight start our next match at heavyweight as Cahill tries to convert this single, and he does, into a takedown for Jack Cahill. Now he's immediately got more working on getting him tilted right down in front of us. Moore is off the mat. Cahill will still be in control as they head to the middle. Cahill in the lead, 2-0. 20 seconds to go in the first period as he throws Cameron Moore back down to the mat once again. He's going to try to ride him out for the remainder of this period. They're off the mat again. 12.8 seconds to go. And off the mat they go. Five seconds left, and Cahill throws Moore down to the mat just like that and gets the pin right at the horn. Jack Cahill at the end of the first period. Wow, throws Cameron Moore to the mat and gets the pin. And Centennial will win this one 66-6. We'll have a short break and be back with our duel with Valley coming your way right after this on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
versus the Titans of Lewis Central. Centennial came away victorious, 66-6. Up next on center mat will be your Centennial Jaguars versus West Des Moines Valley Tigers. As we wait to begin, we want to congratulate teams and coaches participating tonight. These matches provide each of us an opportunity to demonstrate how much we appreciate their efforts and dedication. Together, we can all set the standard for good sportsmanship. We ask that you please let the coaches coach, the officials officiate, and the wrestlers wrestle. We are celebrating our seniors this evening, our wrestlers, our senior managers, and our senior cheerleaders. Fans, how about a big round of applause on senior night for all of our participating seniors. Thank you, seniors. Centennial Athletics wishes you the best of luck in your future endeavors, and you are always welcome back here at Ankeny Centennial. Officials for tonight, our JV officials were Ron Ammons and TJ Banks, and our varsity officials for this evening's matches have been Aaron Daniels and Eric Eckerman. Visiting Valley Tigers are led by head coach Brett Wheeler, and your Centennial Jaguars are led by head coach Jake Roth, with the best coach in the business on senior night, with the assistance of Mike Fontana, Brad Rule, Gene Hildred, Max Davis, Tyler Willers, Chris Halbum, and Logan Boyle.
Welcome back to Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. Andy Pollock with you here tonight on the call. Our wrestling coverage, as always, on Centennial Digital is brought to you by Joe Bennett Homes. Want to be sure and thank Joe for all his support that he's given wrestling over the years here as we start off at 285. Alejandro Camarillo Diaz will wrestle for Valley. And Mitch Grider going to move up a weight to wrestle from his 215 that he wrestled at earlier tonight. So Grider, Camarillo Diaz for Valley. Obviously Valley will be the team in the orange tonight. Tiger stripes on their back as Grider shoots in right away, nearly, as they flee the mat, nearly got in on the double on Camarillo Diaz. Back they go again. Grider very strong up top. Camarillo Diaz counters him once again. Grider, very aggressive wrestler for Centennial. Nice crowd again on hand tonight, watching number 6 ranked Centennial take on Valley. Grider now in on a single. Tries to pull Camarillo Diaz back in. And he's going to get 2 over on the edge of the mat. Mitch Grider, good start for the Jaguars. And we've got blood on Grider. And we're back after just a little bit of blood time. Grider will start on top of Camarillo Diaz, as he got a takedown earlier. And he's out for 1. 2-1, Grider.
1 point escape, Camarillo Diaz.
Missed one there as I was messing around with stuff. Camarillo, there we go, 2-1. They got the score back to the right spot. The scoreboard had given Camarillo Diaz a takedown at one point. Now Grider back in again. Can't quite get in on those big legs And Grider giving up a lot of weight right now to Camarillo Diaz. Now goes for a double, and that's going to be a tall task for Mitch. As they get set to go once again. 30 seconds to go in the first period. Grider shoots in again, trying to get up and get that leg and convert it into a double and throws Camarillo Diaz down to the mat. 2-point takedown there for Grider. He leads 6-1. Got some back points as well. Boy, Camarillo Diaz hit that mat hard. Grider so strong up top. So we head into the second. That's Grider on top of Camarillo Diaz. He leads 6-1. Now he's going to work to try to get some more points, cushion this lead. Getting instructions from his head coach, Groth, heavyweights coach Mike Fontana. And off the mat they go once again, this time in front of the Valley bench. Grider trying to get Camarillo Diaz tilted here. As he's got his arm behind his back, trying to work into the reverse half, trying to drive him over. Camarillo Diaz trying to get up to his feet. Now Grider's got him down to the mat. And there's a pin for Mitch Grider to start off the night. Mitch Grider moves up from 215 to heavyweight and gets 16 points for Centennial to start the night over the Valley Tigers. This will be a tough one for Centennial. Valley very talented at 106. George Grant. George Grant Mavromatis will be wrestling Jamison Larson on senior night. 106 for Centennial. Go from the heavyweights down to the 106. Wrestlers working their way around the mat early on as Larson shoots in and quickly there to counter Mavromatis. He's going to try to get Larson tilted now. Working in over on the top side. Might see him work into a half here shortly. He continues to work Larson. Larson going to try to get back onto his feet, and there's a got him in a full Nelson, so a point awarded to Jamison Larson. Still has the opportunity to tie it up if he can get the escape. 40 seconds to go, first period. And now he works to get Larson turned once again. Larson continues to fight out of it. He's got 20 seconds here to try to fight out of it, but Mavrometis driving his hips into him, and that's going to be a tall task for Larson to get out of it. He cannot. That ties us up at 6 on the dual score. Kale Vandermark will be wrestling for Centennial. Jonathan Alberico wrestling for Valley against Kale Vandermark for Centennial. Vandermark in on a single right away and gets 2. And immediately has him into the cradle. Vandermark going to try to make this one a quick one. Very close here as he's got the cradle in, and there he kicks out of it. But Vandermark working once again, now back in, going to try to drive his hips in. 3 points on the near fall, and here we go again. There's a pin for Kale Vandermark. A couple quick matches here to start, 3 of them. And Centennial leads 12-6 as we move to 120. Cody Vandermark, the senior, taking on Omid Muhammad. Actually does not look like that'll be him.
Wrestling in weight class 120 for the Tigers,
Aiden Schultz out there to wrestle now. He will take on Cody Vandermark at 120. Aiden Schultz for Valley taking on senior Cody Vandermark for Centennial. Vandermark looking to wrestle in college. Vandermark gets in on that left leg right away. Now converts it into a double. No points awarded yet. Schultz has reached over the top, but Vandermark continuing to work in. See, Vandermark may just try to roll him onto his shoulders right now. 2 points awarded to Vandermark.
2-point takedown, Vandermark.
Now Vandermark goes to work. He's been really, really good this year. Just to work in on the reverse cradle. Trying to get Schultz over onto his back. Now he goes back for the cradle, trying to pull that head down to the knee. If he can get them together, look out. And Schultz able to get out of it. Vandermark tries to work into the cradle once again. He leads 2-0, 40 seconds to go in the first period. Throws his leg over the top, and now he's getting him counted down. Now going to try to finish this off is Vandermark. Schultz trying to get his hips turned back over on the left side. Now as he tries to kick out, he might have got himself in a worse position. Vandermark tries to push the weight down the other way. He's bridging him, and he gets the pin. Big pin there. The Vandermark boys back to back. Couple pins for Centennial. Pull the Jaguars out to an 18-6 lead.
Up next, weight class 126.
Moving up to 132. Excuse me, 126. Ethan Sodergren, the freshman, against Cash Kiner for Valley. Sodergren in the black and gray, Kiner in the orange. Sodergren's had a really nice start to this year. Jaguars 11-0 in dual meets. Kiner gets in. Going to try to convert this as he's got the single. Sodergren working off the top of the head. He's got it locked up, and there is a stalemate called. Kiner able to avoid that once again. Sodergren works his way around. Kiner keeps that right arm in on him. Hasn't given up the takedown yet. Kiner back up to his feet. Sodergren in that front headlock, and stalemate called once again. Sodergren shoots in again on the single, trying to get it a little bit lower. Kiner fighting it off. And Sodergren up to his feet, gets a takedown for Ethan.
2-point takedown, Sodergren.
45 seconds to go, first period. As Kiner gets out of that, gets to 1 point for the escape. A lot of action in this one. Kiner goes right back after him. They're on that back edge of the mat, and they are out of room. .20 seconds to go, first period. Sodergren shoots in again. He likes that right leg of Kiner. But he's going to have some issues right now as Kiner tries to pry his fingers off. Now Sodergren trying to stand up. Kiner almost trying to work in on the cradle. Couldn't do it. And they're back up to their feet, and that's going to do it at the end of the first period. Two to 1, Ethan Sodergren leading Cash Kiner of Valley. Sodergren on top here in this second period. Earlier tonight, the Jaguars were victorious over Lewis Central, 66-6. Sodergren was in on the half there momentarily, not able to convert anything. And he's back to where he was before with 1:20 to go. First period, now he's got him counted. Look at this, Sodergren trying to get him back on his shoulders. He's very close. Sodergren has him bent over. This is close. Can Sodergren?
1 point escape, Sodergren.
Sodergren goes back in on Kiner. Kiner, excuse me. .30 seconds to go, second period. Sodergren nearly gives up the takedown, and does right there. 18 seconds to go.
2-point takedown, Kiner.
Just like that, it's 6-5. A lot of action, a lot of scoring in this one. 14.8 seconds to go in the second period. Ethan Sodergren, the freshman from Centennial, against Cash Kiner of Valley. Kiner throws Sodergren down to the mat with 10 seconds to go in the second period. Sodergren tries to roll through, and right at the end, a big reversal. Right at the end of the second period for Ethan Sodergren. Rolled his way through it. The old Granby roll for Sodergren at the end of the period. Got all the way through it, ended up on his feet. Big 2 points for him to take a 9-5 lead into the third period. Sodergren up 9-5 with 1:50 to go in this one. One of the matches highlighted tonight that could go either way. It'd be a big win for either team. Kiner goes in high on that left leg, but Sodergren is countered. Now he's worked his way into a reverse. Trying to get the underhook in. And they're off the mat. Back to the middle we go. Minute 18 to go. Third period. Again, Kiner shoots in. He's got the double. Can't see now. The official's in my way. I have no idea what's going on. Can't see. There we go. And we're blocked out here. Looks like Sodergren going to get locked up at a stalemate. Sodergren and Kiner. .50 seconds to go, third period. Sodergren shoots in again. This time Kiner going to try to circle to work his way around for a takedown. And they're back up to their feet. Oh, nice move by Sodergren. Ducks under and gets the takedown to make it 11-6. Caught Kiner vertical, came up from underneath. 20 seconds to go, third period. Ten seconds to go. Go down, and Sodergren appears that he is going to come away with this one. Big win for the freshman. Couple wins for him tonight. Good win for Sodergren. Gives the Jaguars a 21-6 lead in the dual score right now. See who's out to wrestle for Valley. It'll be Andrew Rowland for Centennial. To wrestle for the Tigers against Andrew Rowland. Looking forward to our big matchup at 144 here in a couple bouts. Max Daybolt, freshman, against Jakari Clark. Our highlighted match of the night at 144. Is Rowland in on a single right away. Trying to trip him, and he does. Mole get the takedown for Andrew Rowland to start things off. 25 seconds into the first period. Rowland continue to work on top right now of Keaton Mole. As they spin through up in front of the Valley bench. 132 pounds. Trying to work him into a cradle right now. Rowland can't do it. About out of room on the far side. Mole back up to his feet, and they are off the mat. We'll go back to the middle. Mole nearly got out of it right away on the spin, but Rowland right there to trip him back down to the mat. Rowland now trying to pull that head down to the leg in the cradle. Not quite able to get it there with 10 seconds left in the first. Don't want to give up any quick points here as Mole trying to get out of it. They're off the mat with 2.4 seconds to go in the first period. Mole quickly up and is not able to get out as Rowland hangs on. He leads 2-0 at the end of the first. Wrestlers on their feet to start the second. Rowland's had a really nice start to his junior year. He tries to shoot in once again. Gets in high on the leg, and there's a takedown for Rowland on the far edge of the mat. He's been fun to watch wrestle, grow up in this program. Now going to work in on the half on the far side. Trying to get Mole turned. Continuing to work on that far side of the mat. As Mole tries to roll through, Rowland's right there for him once again. Really like the Tiger uniforms. Those tiger stripes on the back are classy. 45 seconds to go. Rowland just trying to continue to somehow get Mole tilted. Mole hasn't really made a move as of late. Now he works on that cross face. Going to try to draw him over from the other side. There he is. Rowland catches him. Is getting counted. Didn't see how many he got counted over there on the far side. Looks like 3 for back points, a near fall there. Now Rowland could get him into a cradle if he wanted to. Coach is telling him to drive to it. They're on the far edge. 7-0, Andrew Rowland in the lead over Keaton Mole of Valley. And that's the end of the second period. Andrew Rowland in the lead. .30 seconds into the third period. Rowland shoots in again on that right leg. And he's got another takedown. 9-0, Rowland in the lead. Rowland working on the major. Rowland has not really been able to get Mole turned at all, despite trying about every move possible here in the third period. He's been on top and been in control pretty much from the get-go. Had a quick takedown early. Now working on the head, not able to get anything there either. Mole has been cautioned for a stall. He's trying to wait this one out right now as he gets up to his feet. And no points awarded there at the end for a reversal. So major decision for Andrew Rowland. 4 more team points for the Jags. They lead 25-6. up to 138. Tyler Brennan had a nice match earlier.
Midweight class 138, wrestling for the Tigers, Brady Cochran. And for the
Brady
Jaguars,
Cochran
Tyler
will wrestle Tyler Brennan, so Cochran has moved up from 132 here to 138 to wrestle Brennan. Got our featured match coming up at 144 right after this one. Brennan shoots in. Went from the left single to the right single. And immediately throws Cochran down to the mat for 2.
Two-point takedown, Brennan.
Gonna work him again, try to throw him down to the mat, and he does once again. That control of the hips made things very difficult on Cochran. Tyler Brennan here on senior night for the Jags. Nearly spun himself all the way through. Now he pulls Cochran down to the mat. He's got control of that arm. That's what's prevented Cochran from getting control when a couple times it looked like he might have had his head in some precarious spots. Brennan now working on top, trying to get Cochran tilted. Escape there for Cochran. Brennan we saw very good on his feet earlier anyway. He might be a little more comfortable this way. Shoots in once again, countered off by Cochran. Jaguar wrestlers have upped the aggressiveness throughout their 11, now 12 dual matches of the season. You see them taking a lot more shots than we did to start the year. Starting on top is Brennan. Goes back to work, trying to get Cochran turned. He's very close. There he's getting him counted. Good position here for Brennan, and he gets a pin. A big pin for Tyler Brennan, the senior. And now our featured match of the night. Max Dable, freshman for Centennial. It's a very good 144-pounder from Valley, Jakari Clark.
Now wrestling in weight class 144 for the Tigers, Jakari Clark, and for the Jaguars, Max Dable.
Eighth match of this duel. Max Dable from Centennial, Jakari Clark of Valley. This will be a statement win for Dable. Counters Clark there. A lot of circling, no points yet. 40 seconds into this first period. And Clark nearly got the ankle pick in on Daybolt. Now Daybolt shoots in. Clark counters. And they're off the mat over in front of the Valley bench. Just over a minute into this first period. At 1:44, our highlighted match of the night. Max Daybolt for Centennial, Jakari Clark of Valley. Clark shoots in once again. Daybolt's matched him move for move so far. .30 seconds to go in the first period. Still no score. Clark shoots in here on the edge of the mat, and they're off as Clark had a leg with 16 seconds to go, but they were just off the edge of the mat enough. Just sort of watch the sneak. 10 seconds to go. Neither wrestler wants to give up a cheap one at this point. After a great first period of wrestling, Clark shoots in, almost had the single. And that'll do it for the end of the first period. Daybolt goes down to start the second. He'll try to get that important point to escape. He's told to go right away as he's up to his tripod, and Clark has reached through, has him in a tough spot, throws him back down to the mat, and now Clark going to work from the top. Again, no riding time in high school wrestling, not like the college game. There we go. Daybolt pops out. 1-0, Max Daybolt in the lead over Jakari Clark of Valley. Got a feeling this one might be a counter move that gets somebody the takedown that wins this one. There. Look at this. Daybolt shooting in. He's got it working in on the single. Steps through. Trying to get over that other leg. Daybolt up to his feet. And Clark off the mat. Clark pulled him off the mat. Nice counter there by Jakari Clark to get off because Daybolt was close to getting the takedown. 1:06 to go, second period. Daybolt in the lead there. Clark works around behind him. No points awarded yet. Now Clark in and gets the takedown for Clark. And out of it is Daybolt. 2-2. Clark has the option in the final period. Now Daybolt working in on the leg on the far end, and they run out of room. Clark shoots in, and he's in on the leg, and rolls through. No points awarded yet. Nothing as Daybolt trying to work through, and Clark pulls in. No points, 15 seconds. And if Clark can get his leg out, he's going to get 2. And they roll through again, still no points awarded. Now Daybolt working to get 2, and he is close. And Daybolt gets 2, that should be 2. No points awarded. The Centennial bench is losing their mind right now. No points were awarded at the end of that. And now it's 2-2 as we head to the third. That was close for Daybolt. Looked like Clark had his hand still around his waist yet, and that's why nothing was awarded. Clark will start on the mat. Really going to be difficult for Daybolt to ride Clark out, and he cannot. So now Clark leads 3-2. Daybolt's been in a couple different times and opportunities to get a takedown, has not been able to finish off anything yet. As they circle over around the Centennial's bench. And we work our way back to the middle. 3-2, Jakari Clark in the lead over Max Daybold of Centennial. Clark shoots in again, and he's got Daybold up in the air. And off the edge of the mat, actually Daybold ended up on top down here. They were off the edge of the mat, and Clark might have hit hardwood. He's hurting right now. I think he hit some hardwood as he went down to the mat. He ended up catching hardwood down here in front of the scorer's bench as the scrum left the mat. Minute 27 to go in the third period. Jakari Clark of Valley leads Max Daybold of Centennial 3-2. Not sure what happened to Clark. They're going with injury time right now. Clark couldn't tell what they were looking at, but he was off the edge of the mat when he hit. So you can see how that would pepper just a little bit. Minute 27 to go, third period. Takedown for either wrestler wins it right now. Clark shoots in. Now he's in good position, kind of high. As Daybold works his way through, now comes under. They're on the edge of the mat. Going to be tough to convert any points over there, and they do not. Back to the middle. Just over a minute to go here in this third period. Max Daybold of Centennial, Jakari Clark of Valley, our featured match of the night here at 1:44, and there's a stall whistled on Clark. If he does that again, he'll give up a point. This match will be tied up. There they go. Clark shoots in again, spinning out of it was Daybold. Daybold trying to throw him here on the edge of the mat and pulling him back in as Clark is trying to pull off. There was no points. The Centennial staff again thinks that Clark is just trying to get off the edge of the mat. They're not liking this right now, but we've seen that a few times tonight from both sides. 30 seconds to go. Daybold trying to work under into that leg. A takedown will win it. Clark's got his head down there. Daybold trying to work him down. Tries to throw him. Nothing there. 20 seconds. Clark shoots in. If Daybold can get out and work his way around, he'll win this one. No points awarded yet. Daybold trying to get him turned. 10 seconds. Clark is up. Clark trying to finish this one off on his feet. Daybold goes down, and there's a takedown. Daybold got a little aggressive at the end, trying to kick out of it. Jakari Clark wins our featured match of the night, 5-2. Good matchup there by those youngsters. So move up to 150. Jackson Annenson for Centennial. We'll take on Owen Walker. Of Valley.
Weight class 150 for the Tigers, Owen Walker. And for the Jaguars, Jackson Annenson.
31-9, Jaguars up, nothing clinched yet. Annenson, Walker with control of the head right now. .35 seconds into this first period, no score yet. We started at heavyweight in this duel. Walker shoots in, Anderson counters, and then Walker's right on top to get the takedown. 2 points for Owen Walker. Now Anderson tried to work the reversal. He's got the leg up, pulled up right now of Walker. Trying to slide out from that headlock. Anderson gets up, and then Anderson got caught. He tried to roll over the top and got caught, and then he's up and gets the escape. Anderson, and he's close to getting 2 on the edge of the mat. Big move there for Jackson Anderson. That was an escape and a reversal. That should have been a 3-point move. They called a reversal. They didn't call the escape and the takedown. Centennial coaching staff talking about that right now, but Anderson back in the up position. 4-2. Owen Walker in the lead here at 150 pounds. Six matches remain. Anderson trying to kick his way out. Not quite able to get there. And now he's got Walker tilted. He's trying to get Walker into the cradle here. Walker's got to be careful. And now Walker takes control of the upper body. No points there for anybody, as Walker was on top to start this period anyway. As they roll off the edge of the mat. Walker on top right now, 4-2. He's also in the up position. Anderson trying to get out. Oh, Anderson might have turned a little too far. He did. Now he's getting counted down. Got 3. The 2 back points are awarded. Now Anderson trying to work his way back up. 6-2. Walker in the lead. Jaguars not wrestling Lucas Brule tonight. Here at 150. We've seen him wrestle a couple times this year. As Anderson got counted there once again. Trying to get up to his feet, and they're off the edge of the mat. There's those 2 back points awarded to Walker. Back to the middle we go. Great job of riding up top from Walker. He's really controlled the lower body, and now he's got Anderson tilted. And got 2 more back points at the end of the period. So he leads 10-2. The official's going to talk it over with each other. No back points awarded there at the end. Officials talked it over. There was none allowed there at the end. So it goes back to 8-2. So Annenson working in on Walker once again. 8-2, Walker's in the lead. It's going to take a lot of work from Jackson Annenson to get back in this one, or a quick pin. Don't forget, tomorrow night we'll have girls basketball here on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. A lot of action on that far side of the mat as Walker gets the reversal for 2. Now it's 10-2. And there's a reversal for Annenson. Annenson going to have to get Walker turned at some point. "15 seconds here in this match as Annenson trying to get Walker back in, but he's got a tough task in front of him right now with 5 seconds to go. Walker working on that reversal. Not able to get it, but he doesn't need to. 10-4, Owen Walker with a win over Jackson Annenson. They move now to 157. Charlie Sloan.
For the Tigers, Sincere Clark. And for the Jaguars, Charlie Sloan.
Charlie Sloan for the Jaguars out against Sincere Clark for the Valley Tigers. Clark gets a control, gets a single right away, and gets 2 points. Sincere trying to work in on a cradle. As Sloan works his way out of that, now goes back to that shoulder. Sloan gets the escape. Clark shoots in once again, and he's close to getting 2, and he does.
1 point escape earlier for Sloan. 2 point takedown for Clark.
Working him down into a cradle. Look for Clark to get to the other side here soon to get him turned. Trying to pull that cradle together. Now gets his hand out. 30 seconds to go in the first period, and back to the middle we go. Looks like Clark's going to cut him. Escape there. Point for Sloan.
1 point for Sloan.
Clark gets another takedown.
2 point takedown, Clark.
10 seconds to go in the first period. Trying to get Sloan tilted, not able to do it. We head to the second. Sincere Clark for Valley. Max Sloan of Centennial at 157. Clark in the lead, 6-2, make it 8. Sloan wrestling in place of Isaac Brule tonight. We do not see either of the two Brule brothers. Expect to have them back after Christmas. It'll be a nice addition to an already salty Jaguar lineup. Right now 11-0 on the season in duels. They're ranked 6th in the state. Sloan getting cut loose, it appears, once again. 8-3 now. Minute 20 to go in the second period. Charlie Sloan for Centennial. Sincere Clark from Valley. Clark pulls Sloan in, gets another takedown. Sloan trying to kick out of Clark. Now Clark throws him down. Another 2-point takedown for Clark. Clark leads 12-4. Now he's going to try to get Sloan turned. Sloan's going to want to avoid this and get to that third period. 15 seconds to go in this second. Sloan's fought him off hard, but Clark, a very, very good wrestler, leading 12-4. And that's going to get us to the third period. Sincere Clark of Valley leads Charlie Sloan for Centennial. 31-12 is our dual score. 12-4 is this match score. Sloan gets cut loose once again. Clark working on a major right now. See how much Sloan can fight him off. Gets in on the single, now a double. Pulls him in late. 2 points awarded to Clark once again. Once again. "90 seconds to go in this one. Sloan got whistled, or dinged for a warning, caution. Charlie trying to get out of this one. There he gets out of that takedown attempt by Clark. Minute to go. (14-6) Sincere Clark leading Charlie Sloan. Got 4 matches to go here tonight after this one. Clark shoots in once again. Sloan gives up the takedown. 16-6. Under 30 seconds to go. Sloan trying to work on a reversal here, but Clark's got control of that back leg. He looked to turn around, and Clark immediately came across his face with it. And that's going to end this bout at 157. Sincere Clark beats Charlie Sloan 16-6. I think I misspoke. I think I said there's 3 matches left. There's 4 left. So right now, crowd favorite Ari Eltz will take on Austin Hudson at 165. Ari always gets the crowd rolling here. 165 pounds, Eltz and Hudson. Eltz gets in on the single right away. Hudson trying to work his way out of it, and Eltz is going to get the takedown on the far edge of the mat. Eltz looks over to his bench for some instruction. Now Eltz has him tilted. Getting counted and a pin for Ari Eltz, the crowd favorite. And with 3 matches to go, that means the Jaguars have clinched it and will improve to 12-0 on duels. Now I move to 175. Nick Van Arkel for Valley, Dan Daybolt for Centennial. Van Arkel gets in high right away on a single. And now Daybolt's in a tough spot. Daybolt gets out of it, and it is 2-1. Van Arkel in the lead. They roll through, and 2 more for Van Arkel. Daybolt's cut loose. Van Arkel gets through again. No points issued yet. There it is, 2 points for Van Arkel again. Now it's 6-2. And now Van Arkel working on some back points. He's got 3. See if he can finish off. There he does with a pin. Van Arkel finishes off Danny Daybolt. Now he moved to 190. Jack Cahill for Centennial. Theron Castle for Valley. No, actually, it looks like Brooke Keller will be wrestling for Centennial. Saw him wrestle heavyweight earlier on. He's trimmed up a little bit. He was a very undersized heavyweight, now wrestling 190. I'm guessing Cahill will wrestle 215. Okay, it's actually Lincoln Munson wrestling for Valley now, not Castle. So Munson will be wrestling Brooke Keller. A couple guys we had listed at different weights coming into this. Munson shoots in initially. Keller trying to get that leg out. Munson's got some long arms. Keller throws his hips all the way to the floor, and now Munson comes up on top with a takedown. Wrestlers off the edge of the mat. Munson for Valley, Keller for Centennial. Looks like Munson trying to get Keller turned, not able quite to do it. Trying to get him turned over, cranking on that shoulder. Keller reaches up, tries to grab a hold of his head, not quite able to do so. 15 seconds as Keller rolls through. Keller trying to get out of this one. He only trails 2-0. Munson got that takedown so early in that first period. No points awarded. Munson's got his choice. Keller on top here in this second period. Now he's trying to reach across and get Munson turned. Got to be careful he doesn't give up control. Munson trying to back out of it. And he does. They throw each other down on the mat, and that's a pretty dramatic way to get an escape. Munson takes a 3-0 lead. There Keller shoots in. Tries to get the single. Munson rolls through. No points awarded yet. Munson trying to get up, and Munson made the wrong move there, and he knew it right away. Keller with a 2-point takedown. Keller going to try to get him turned right now. Keller drives him right back down to the mat. 45 seconds to go in the second period. Keller will have the option in the third, as they are running out of room over here on the right side of the mat. So Munson gets off. .35 seconds to go in the second period here at 190. Brooke Keller for Centennial. Lincoln Munson for Valley. He just gets the escape there to make it 4-2. Shoots in on Keller. If he can work his way around, he'll have a chance for another takedown. Keller had him around the waist. Now Keller can sprawl out of it possibly. This will be a big takedown if Keller can get out of this. Munson trying to wrench on his leg. 5 seconds to go. Keller trying, if he can kick his leg out, he'll get the points. No points awarded yet, and no points will be awarded. 4-2 as we head to the third. Lincoln Munson of Valley. Brooke Keller for Centennial at 190. Munson will start on top. And Keller rolls through. He's got Munson down to the mat. Munson quickly turns over, but 2 points on the reversal for Keller. Nearly threw Munson down to the mat. Now Keller goes to work. Well, if Munson's going to get a escape or reversal, you want it to be early, so Keller knows what he's got to do. Keller working in on the cradle. He's going to try to tilt Munson. So close to getting in on the cradle, he wants to tip over. Can't quite do it as Munson tips himself back down to the mat. There he gets him turned over. Keller's got him and he slips out of it. 2 back points awarded though for Keller as he goes back to work. Munson is spent on the bottom. See if he's got one more burst of energy left with a minute left in this period. Keller in that half. Comes back over around and Munson, and he gets him back into a cradle. Keller was just waiting on him. As soon as that knee came up, he got him into that cradle. He's going to try to tilt him once again. No, drives his hips back down to the mat. Can Brooke Keller ride this one out for another 32 seconds? Caution issued to Munson. And there's close to a reversal. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. 15 seconds to go. Nothing yet. 10 seconds to go. It's 6-4. Munson gets the reversal with 5 seconds to go. Keller rolls through. Keller's got him. And a reversal for Keller right at the very end. Brooke Keller. The reversal at the end of the period. The officials confer that is correct. Big win for Brooke Keller at 190. He is jacked. His teammates are jacked. What a win for Keller at 190. We move to 2:15, our last match of the night. Jaguars will improve to 12-0. Colin Straker-Say wrestling for the Tigers. Jack Cahill wrestling for the Jaguars. Cahill we saw wrestle at 190 earlier tonight, wrestling at 215 now. So Jaguars going to win this one. Improved to 12-0 in dual scores this year. We want to be sure and thank Joe Bennett Homes tonight for being our presenting sponsor as Straker-Say shoots in to try to get the single on Cahill. Cahill able to get back down out of it. No points awarded. Cahill trying to kick that hip out. Now Straker-Say works to the other leg. Trying to stand up. If he can, he'll get that takedown. Cahill trying to work him out of it. He's really high on that hip. And comes through and still no points awarded. Gonna try to get a little higher now. Cahill still able to get out of it. And then Cahill comes around and gets 2. Straker Say back up to his base. Cahill we saw ride out very strong earlier tonight. Great takedown for him though at the start of this first period. 15 seconds to go now in the period. Going to try to keep Straker Say on the mat. Gets him down one more time, see if he can ride him out for 10 seconds. 5 seconds. And he does a big start at 2:15 for Jack Cahill. Jack Cahill for Centennial Senior going against Colin Straker Say for Valley. You're at 190. Wrestlers start on their feet in this second period. Cahill. Again 2 points for Jack. Cahill's going to go to work on top once again. It's a good win for Centennial tonight in this duel. They've had some great individual performances. Brooke Keller in and out of the lineup all year with a huge win at 190. And now Jack Cahill trying to put the cherry on top of this one tonight. Trying to get Straker Say tilted. Straker Say back up to his base. Cahill right there though. Minute to go in the second period. Almost spun himself onto his back. Cahill still riding him, now gets him into a cradle. Gonna try to tilt him. Cahill can hold on to this for a while. He'll be in great shape heading to the third. Not much that Straker Say can do from that position. There he lets him out of that spot. 30 seconds to go in the second. Works across his body once again, trying to get him tilted. Trying to pull that left arm through. 15 seconds. Five seconds here in the second period. Cahill on top 4-0, and it looks like it's going to be that way heading to the third as he tries to get Straker Say tilted, not able to do it. And we head to the third period with Cahill on top 4-0. Wrestlers are start on their feet once again. 2 minutes to go. Cahill rebuffed a little bit there as he moved in. Straker Say shoots in, but Cahill trying to work his way out of it. If Cahill can get that hip out, he'll have the takedown. Cahill trying to work out of it, he does. Another takedown for Jack Cahill. And they're off the mat. Cahill's been so strong on top tonight. Straker Say trying to work his way up to his feet. Cahill in on him once again, holds on, still able to control that leg. Cahill trying to pull him back in, and not sure what was whistled on Cahill. They head back to the middle though. Look down for a second, not sure what happened. Cahill back on top though. 50 seconds to go in this third period. Jack Cahill going to try to close this out without giving up a point to Straker Say. Wrestling up to 2:15. Has control of that left leg with his own. Down to 30 seconds. Warning on Straker safe for not going to work down low. He's trying to get back up now with 20 seconds to go. Cahill throws him back down to the mat. $10 seconds to go. Great win. It looks like it's going to be for Jack Cahill. So he goes through trying to wrench on that half. Trying to get him tilted. 2 seconds, 1 second, and Centennial going to win this duel. 43-22. And improved to 12-0 on the dual season. It's been our last wrestling at home of the 2023 year here on Centennial Digital. We'll be back with basketball tomorrow night, just a girls game. One game, 6:15. We'll go on the air about 6 o'clock as we will have North Polk will be here in town to take on the number 6 ranked Centennial Jaguar girls basketball team. Those rankings just came out this afternoon. The Jaguars, after their win over number 8 Ankeny, remain at number 6 in the very, 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 very tough Central Iowa Metro League. We want to thank everybody for watching here tonight. Thanks to Joe Bennett Homes for sponsoring our streams since the moment we first went on the air here for wrestling. And a special thanks to Freedom Tire for being our presenting sponsor, name sponsor of Centennial Digital. Merry Christmas, everybody. Another Jaguar win here on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. Let's all head to the cabaret. It's karaoke night. I'll see you there.